Businessman Nazzar Mohamed, his son Azrudden Mohamed, their company Mohammeds Enterprise on Lombard Street, and the Labour Ministry's Permanent Secretary and the PPP Central Committee member Toussaint-Thomas have all been sanctioned by the United States Department Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control. The announcement was made on Tuesday morning. In the statement seen by Nightly News, the U.S. Treasury Department said the Mohammeds and Thomas have been sanctioned for their roles in public corruption in Guyana. Under Secretary of the Treasury for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, Brian Nelson said, quote, "Today's action underscores our commitment to holding accountable those who seek to exploit Guyana's underdeveloped gold sector for personal gain. The Treasury, in close coordination with our partners in U.S. law enforcement, will continue to take action to safeguard the U.S. financial system from abuse by corrupt actors." Unquote. According to the United States Department Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, two other entities owned by the Mohammeds, Hadith World and Team Mohammed's Racing Team, have also been sanctioned for being owned or controlled by Mohammeds Enterprise and Azrudden Mohamed. The U.S. accused Azrudden and Mohammeds Enterprise of allegedly evading Guyana's tax on gold exports and that he defrauded the Guyanese government of tax revenues by under-declaring their gold exports to Guyanese authorities. Between 2019 and 2023, Mohammeds Enterprise allegedly omitted more than 10,000 kilograms of gold from import and export declaration and avoided paying more than $50 million in duty taxes to the government of Guyana. Mohammeds Enterprise has allegedly bribed customs officials to falsify import and export documents, as well as to facilitate illicit gold shipments. Mohammeds Enterprise had allegedly paid bribes to Guyanese government officials to ensure the undisrupted flow of inbound and outbound personnel that move currency and other items on behalf of Azrudden and Mohammeds Enterprise. It was Vice President Barrett Jagdeo who told a news conference that the government of Guyana will only act if the United States engages the government. He was responding to questions after a Reuters report that had warned oil giant ExxonMobil about doing business with the Mohammeds.
Government of Guyana will act on this matter when the U.S. engages it officially, if it engages the government of Guyana.
As a result of the move by the U.S. Treasury Department, all property and interests in property belonging to the Mohammeds and Thomas that are in the United States or in the possession or control of U.S. persons are blocked and must be reported to the Treasury Department. U.S. persons and companies are also prohibited from doing any transaction with the Mohammeds or their companies and Thomas. For Thomas, the Treasury Department said she used her office to ensure favorable treatment in criminal or civil matters that would otherwise suggest the involvement of the Mohammeds in illegal criminal activity in return for cash and gifts. May has also been allegedly involved in bribery schemes with the Mohammeds family and their business enterprises. Thomas, who was the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Home Affairs, in April 2023 was stopped and grilled by U.S. authorities after arriving on a flight while on her way to China. Her United States visa was later revoked. She was then placed into handcuffs and her mobile phone seized by U.S. authorities. Her boss then, Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben, was questioned by reporters weeks later in relation to Thomas. This was his response.
We will get a statement from her, and then we will engage with the authorities as to the happenstance.
Given what has transpired, do you intend to retain her?
This has nothing to do with the question of retaining her. There's no question about that.
So she'll remain as PS?
There is no question about that. I'm surprised that question would be raised.
Did you know that she was leaving though for
Of course, I gave permission.
According to the U.S. government, Thomas allegedly misused her position to influence the award of official contract bids and the approval processes for weapons permits and passports on behalf of the Mohammeds family. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.